College Gym Vids fan going live on YouTube. This video is going to be a full gymnastics meet. There, I got to put my iPad in the stand. Let's see, I gotta exit out of YouTube on my Amazon Fire Stick. There's the Sling TV logo. I think I'll do Michigan, Utah. This was recorded on Pac-12 Mountain.
Trash that I see lying around my community in Salt Lake.
Michigan and Utah have a long and storied rivalry that includes showdowns at the NCAA Finals and a record-breaking crowd. In fact, the last time the Wolverines were in Salt Lake City, the meet set an all-time NCAA record better than
Utah
16,000.
Red Rocks.
Opus Bank presents the best in collegiate gymnastics as the two proud programs meet once again before a capacity crowd and once again both are included in the national rankings. Tomorrow morning is the clash of the Titans, number 2 UCLA at number 1 Oklahoma. Florida won last night at Arkansas, and LSU also won, beating Georgia and just missed a 198. Here today it's number 5 Utah and the 9th ranked Wolverines of the University of Michigan. Hi everybody, I'm Jim Watson alongside the Olympic gold medalist Amanda Borden, and welcome to a sold-out Huntsman Center once again. We were here last week when Utah put up a season best against UCLA, but the Bruins actually won the meet. So Amanda, they've been good, really good, but they haven't been great. How did they get there?
Well, it was a good meet, but they left the door open on vault and bars. They're strong, but they need to clean up their landings. On balance beam, they do have a set, confident lineup for the first time in this season, but it's still not their best. And on floor exercise, they actually had an out of bounds, so they definitely can get better.
So it's an important meet. It's a big crowd, and just moments ago, Amanda was a mess because it's senior day, and they're introducing the 4 Red Rocks who are performing for their last time at the Huntsman Center, including 2 house favorites, of course. We're talking about McKenna Merrill-Giles and Kari Lee.
Well, she is a 5th-year senior, and she's the lighthearted, fun energy of this team. She'll be leading off on 3 events because she sets a calm but aggressive tone, putting up 9/8 or better on all of those events. She's the perfect package of power, grace, and great skills.
Kari Lee has been super dependable. She has 20 career wins. McKenna Merrill-Giles, 29 career victories, a 6-time All-American, and twice in her career, she has been perfect. Once on floor and once on ball.
Well, she is a solid rock for this team. The coaches said it's her love of this sport that is unbelievable. It shows in her dedication both in the gym and out. She has the difficulty, the execution, and the consistency on all 4 events. In fact, she's competed in the all-around every single meet, and we're going to see it again today.
So Utah is currently ranked number 5. Michigan is number 9. They're the Big Ten champions, undefeated in conference. They've won 6 in a row, and they have Natalie Boychuk, the nation's number 5 all-arounder.
Well, what an impressive freshman season. She is breaking school records record. She has 19 event titles, 7 all-around titles, and she got her first perfect 10 last week on the vault, which helped Michigan earn their best season score.
This meet has everything you want. 2 top 10 teams, 2 of the top all-arounders in the country, and historical significance. When Utah won its first NCAA title in '95, Michigan was the runner-up. It's the maize and blue and the red rice, presented by Opus Bank, live on the Pac-12 network. It's your Speed of the Week.
You're watching Pac-12 Mountain, home of the Colorado Buff.
Awesome gymnast, NCAA champion a couple of different times, led the Utes to 4 national championships, and now she's in her 10th season as the co-head coach, 35th season. Tom Bart in his 4th season as the co-head coach, and 9th season on campus, 19 years of NCAA coaching experience. He calls himself a gym rat.
We all do. That's what we all call ourselves.
Well, you can't do this part-time. It just takes too much effort. Michigan comes in number 9 with a legendary coach of their own. Beth Plotke has been the head coach of the Mason Blue for 30 years. She has won 4 of the last 5 Big Ten titles, 23 times Big Ten champions. That's tied for the most in history. 23 NCAA appearances, 10 times to the Super 6, and twice they've been the national runners-up, including in 1995, when these 2 teams met in the Super 6. Utah was not expected to win the championship that year. Georgia, Alabama, UCLA were the big heavies. And in fact, Utah barely qualified for the semis. They were the 3rd team to get in, but they were consistent in the finals and ended up winning it 196-5. Michigan and Alabama finished 2nd. So here we go again. Older rosters, but the same old building, the Huntsman Center. Last time Michigan was here, an NCAA record crowd, 16,019, but the fire marshal will not let it get that big this time. We'll cap it at 15.58. It'll be a great meet. Both teams are ranked in the top 10. Michigan is coming off the season best 197.750. Utah is coming off the season best 197.625. And the Red Rocks is the home team in the Olympic world to get on their best event, the vault. As you mentioned in the open, Carly Lane, first up on 3 of her 4 events today.
Nice deep breath. This is an important start to this competition.
She has 9 vaults this year. All 9 have been at least 9-8.
Beautiful position there, and that's exactly the tone she needed to set.
Well, that's going to be at least 9-8.
Well, when I talked to the coaches, I said, where do you feel like you can make those improvements? And they said, our landings. But last week against UCLA, we knew it was a big meet. We were trying too hard. Said the goal is to come in and just let the gymnastics happen. Because anybody that knows good gymnastics knows that when there's good technique, there will be a stick.
Michigan starts off with a freshman, Maddie Mariani. She's been the leadoff in every meet for the Wolverines this year. This is one of their better events. They're ranked 8th or ranked in the top 10 on 3 different events. And for Maddie, 5 times she has gone 9-8 on bars this year.
Well, that 9-9 last week was huge for this team. And their coaches said it really set an aggressive tone for bars. In fact, all 6 scores were 9-9 or better last week. So they want to keep that momentum. I said, what was different? It was such an impressive performance. They said the energy, but we know we're going to get it here in the Utah Arena. And another strong start for this freshman.
Maddie Mariani goes to school in Ann Arbor, but she grew up in Tucson, so this is probably the closest she's going to get to home this year.
Well, beautiful swing, position in the air, full twisting double back, spots the ground. This freshman class from Michigan has been very impressive with their consistency and detail.
9.925 is a season high for Kari Lee. She had gone 9.875 3 times. Macy Roberts, 2nd up for the Red Rocks. Macy is ranked 21st in the country on the vault, and all 9 of her vaults have been at least 9.825. And another good one.
Unbelievable. We've seen Utah a lot this year, and every week they have these small little goals that they're focusing in on. And like I mentioned, landings is one of the biggest areas you can make improvements. You're counting 5 scores. If you clean up the landing, saving 110 on every routine that you're counting, it makes a big difference. And they are a strong vault team, but if you can just pick up those half-10 to 1/10 on every single vault, it makes a huge difference.
Annie Maxim will be next up for Michigan on the bars, where she is a 2-time junior Olympic national champion, sophomore from Clinton Township in Michigan, and coming off a season and career high of 9-9 in the Big 5 meet. Michigan's meet against 4 other Big 10 rivals. They put up the 197.750, which was a top 10 all-time score for Michigan, number 8 on their historical docket. They won all 4 events.
She's waiting there for the judges as they figure out that first score, make some adjustments.
She put up vault and bars in her last 3 meets, a 9-time Michigan State champion at the club level, and a transfer. From one of the most difficult places to transfer Michigan State. So she goes from a rival, drops the green or white, comes to Ann Arbor from East Lansing. That took some adjusting. Now she has to adjust to this long waiting. The judge is getting the scores right. And comes in next.
Beautiful first handstand. Moving into that combination, nice distance from the bar and it's catch up. Beautiful lines. The goal for this team on the Asian bars is to hit every single handstand. You hear a lot of coaches talking about how important that is. Lots of speed winding up, double leg. Strong routine.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. The iPad.
9875 for Macy Roberts, right up there. Her season best, Alexia Birch. The sophomore from Sparks has been consistent on the ball. 8 of 9 have reached the 9-8 level. Last week here against UCLA, a 9.85.
Good job. You can see this team really beating off the edge with these details. So a little bit of separation coming off the table. That's usually a sign that she couldn't even see it there. Sometimes it can be because they're twisting a little bit early right there. Spots the ground though in great control. Nice ball.
This is Utah's best event. They've gone as high as 49.5. That was at BYU early in the year. Last week against UCLA, 49.450. Just behind that. Their lowest score this year on vault is a 49.275. A lot of teams dream of those kind of numbers. Lauren Farley now waits to go up to 9.85 by Mariani, and Matson backs it up with a 9.825. Farley has a win this year on bars, sophomore from Dallas. Season and career highs in her last 3, including a 9.925. Part of that huge bars rotation last week in the Big 5 meet.
Strong opening, held that first handstand. We're transitioning into that major release Jaeger. Beautiful form down to the low bar. Putting that final handstand. Difficult dismount, double front, nice height. It's challenging because it is difficult to stick that blind landing. She had to take that hop forward.
Michigan's been great on this event this year, 13-2 against direct opponents, those in the gym that day. Alexia Birch with a 9.8, so that's the score they want to drop. And what do they have left? McKenna Merrill-Giles, Michaela Skinner, Kim Tessa. This event, the vault, is one of the featured today. We have 3 of the top 5 in the country, including McKenna Merrill-Giles, number 5 in the nation on this event.
Big rectangle twist. That ball starts from a 10-0. She didn't hold on to the stick, but it was a clean landing. She has beautiful technique coming off the table, gets a nice block, spots the ground over that left shoulder, and that helps her know where she's at every single time. She finishes up on her toes, holding on, fighting for those deductions.
Defending Pac-12 co-champion on this event, and coming off her season best against the Bruins, a 9.95 a week ago in this building. Still waiting on the score for Lauren Farley. 9.775, so the score's going in the wrong direction for Michigan right here. They're not going to match that rotation from last week. Olivia Karras now, senior, ranked 32nd in the country, and is always around 98.25 or better on this event.
Nice combination work, and Lisa's directly connected. Holding that handstand. Finishing it out, double layout, nice position in the air. And a much better landing on that routine.
Karras is finally healthy, and that means they've seen a lot of improvement. The 2016 Big Ten Freshman of the Year now has 35 career wins. 9.95 from McKenna Merrill Giles, so back-to-back weeks, 9.95. And now you go from the number 5 vaulter in the country, Merrill Giles, to the number 1 vaulter in collegiate gymnastics, Michaela Skinner. 5 wins. She is also the defending NCAA co-champion on this event. All 9 of her vaults, 9.875. Last week I said, expect something special.
Week after week done just about perfect. It's the most difficult vault you'll see in college gymnastics. Yurchenko double full. She has to generate so much power and speed wrapping that twist around. And to put up a clean landing week in and week out is so impressive.
Well, 3 times this year she's got a 9.975, which means one of the judges thought it was perfect and the other did not. She just needs them both to line up. You and I have thought she's deserved a 10 in the past. Is this perfect?
Well, you know what? When we get to watch in slow motion, you see every little detail, but what's so amazing to me is it's difficult. She's worked on getting her legs glued together. That's something that they said early on in her career. Her legs are twisted. Not on that vault, and bottom line is it's a beautiful landing.
9.925 for Karras is the top mark for the Wolverines. Another freshman now, Abby Brenner, who has a couple of wins this year, 1 on bars and 1 on vault. The last 4 on bars have been 9.8 plus. Coming in hot.
Impressive mount to that high bar, starting right here. Big Jaeger, a little close on the catch. Able to adjust, a little archy there on that handstand one. What's left is the dismount. Double layout. Very nice.
Last week at the Big 5 meet, she had a 9.95, which tied for first with her teammate, Natalie Wojcik. And Wojcik will be the anchor spot here for Michigan. Back-to-back 9.95s from Merrill Giles and Skinner. And that leaves Tessin to look at this lineup and say, well, 9.8 is the score I need to take down. So Tessin is better than a 9.8 to improve Utah's rotation. Tessin's last 2 have been season highs, 9.9.
She didn't quite get a great block off the table. And that's what makes it so challenging on that 1.5 twist. You can see she's talking to first. She had to really dump that left shoulder to get rotation. You'll see it when she pushes off the table. You should see her body snap through a layout first. But right there, that shoulder had to start wrapping around. But she didn't get enough block. I mean, that's a great fight right there. The reason the 1.5 is risky, because if you come up short, it's very easy right there to sit it down. So she'll get a big deduction for stepping and being off center, but still a great fight.
We've already seen McKenna Merrill Giles ranked 5th in the country on vault. And Michaela Skinner, number 1 in the country on vault. In the next rotation, you will see Natalie Wojcik, who's number 2 in the country on that event. How is she on bars? Great, top 10. 6 wins and 6 straight at 9.85 or better.
Beautiful form. Big flipping Jaeger. She has a stunning line all the way down to that toe point. In fact, when you talked to Beth Hockey, she said, her toe point amazes me every day.
She's a perfectionist, that's what Beth tells us. Always
Double
trying to
layout.
squeeze another 10. Just a half step back with the right foot. So pretty good start between 2 top 10 teams. The 5th-ranked Red Rocks of the University of Utah and the Wolverines from Michigan, number 9 in the nation.
Go to the U, go on to new friends and
Mary Scamp.
It could be birdies. We have a
A little bit too far through, having to take that step back. She opened the routine with this release combination. Nice kick of the heels that gives her plenty of height. Caught a little bit close, so she really had to tap that swing to get down to the low bar.
9-9 for Mariani, so that implied far her best. Remember, it was a 9-7-7-5. Here comes Edie Maxim again. Maxim is second up the first rotation at a 9-8-2-5 on bar.
Difficult ball. That forward Souk entry. It's difficult because you have to be so powerful to get enough block and push off of your hands. It's all about speed of the run and position on the board. You can see her legs separate. That is very difficult to do perfect form. The question is, when you're watching in fast motion, how much of a deduction do they take? There's that blind landing, little off balance.
Maxim was added to the vault lineup in mid-season and has proved that she deserves that spot. Leadoff score for Kari Lee was a 9-8. Now they want her to lead off with at least a 9-8 on all of her events. That's why they put that veteran, that dependable leader at the top. There's Kim Tessick, who is still trying to shake off that 9-7-5 and step out on the landing on vault so she doesn't have to wait long. This has been a better event for Kim Tessick. 7 times she has gone 9-8 plus. I love her nickname, Kim Possible.
Beautiful handstand to start the routine. We're used to seeing Hunter Dula in that second spot for this team, but she's out sick, so they just removed her from the lineup, moved Kim up. They're following the same lineup, and we'll see Alexia Birch in that anchor spot. And this has been a beautiful routine for Kim. Full twisting double back. She's that hot back. This is an event that they are very strong at. They lock in a lot of 9-8, 9-8-5s. But to get those 9-9s, they gotta start sticking those landings. Here's where she went just about perfect. That handstand, holding it at the top of the routine. Every handstand she did was beautiful. The dismount, lots of height. But as she lands, she doesn't bend those knees and absorb down enough. So then she had to hop back.
Every week I learned something about the sport from you, and last week it was on those cast handstands. If they bounce the bar, they're kind of showing the judges, I got this, right?
That's right.
Can't wait to see what you're going to teach me today. Maxim 9-8-2-5. Leonard once again about a 9-7-7-5 on the bars. All 8 of the vaults have been 9-8-2-5 plus.
And that should be a strong score there. Yuchenko 1.5 twist. They should have 4 vaults in this lineup that start from that 10-0. Yuchenko 1.5, one of them. Little early twist there on the table, but her arms were locked straight. That gave her a nice block off her hands.
Abby had no choice but to go to Michigan. She was born in Ann Arbor. Raised though out in Minnesota, Maple Grove. Said she began gymnastics at 5 because she was conquering fears and learning skills. The only fear I conquered at 5 was opening the closet door. McKenna Merrill Giles had a 9-9-5 on vault. Here on bars, her last 6 have been 9-8-5 or better. That's why she's got 9-9.
Beautiful handstand. Twist release, kicks it way above the bar. Holds those legs together when she catches. Bouncing that bar there in that transition. She's a great landing right here. Full twisting double back. And holds on to it.
Vault for it. There was a great moment before the meet, before we came on in, when they introduced the 4 seniors, and they introduced McKenna Merrill Giles last. And the PA announcer said, for the last time, will you welcome McKenna Merrill Giles, and this place erupted.
Well, she is just unbelievable to watch. And like I mentioned, she is so passionate about gymnastics, and I think that's just contagious. I was just about in tears listening to every one of those senior stories.
Back-to-back 9-8-2-5s for Michigan. You hear the crowd reacting to Merrill Giles' score. We'll get to it. Emma McLean for the first time. Emma's a senior in Michigan and has a win on vault. 98.75, 4 times.
Beautiful Yurchenko layup full. Strong landing.
And she was the Big Ten vault champion back in 2017. In fact, she won the regionals that year as well on this event.
Yeah, when you watch those full twists, it's all about positioning in the air and settling into that landing. That was nicely done.
9925 for Merrill Giles, and it just kind of shows you what they expect here at the Huntsman Center. That 9925 gets bored. Missy Reinstadler. First time we've seen Missy today. It will be the only time she's been battling an injury that limits her just to bars. She does have a win in all 9 at 9825. It's a strong event for Missy.
She's a beautiful gymnast. She has elegant form, toe point, legs glued together on this event. Really taps those giants and high-flying interesting double back.
She made it count, had a 98.5 against UCLA a week ago. How about the 9.9 for McLean? So that's 2 9.9s and a pair of 98.25s, and still have Karas and Boychuk to go.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. The 2 vaults that have scored 9.9s have been Yurchenko layup vaults. So the more difficult vaults are actually scoring less, which is that question, risk versus reward. This is another 1.5 twist. Huge position off the table. A clean landing, but a little lean back on those heels.
She's got 98 plus 4 times. She thinks this is going to be better. What do you think, Amanda?
Well, watch off of the table. She starts the layup right there. You see her really snap her legs. That gives her height and rotation. And really, I think if she would have stayed down just a little bit longer, she could have really saved herself. Probably that half temp. It's going to should be a 9.9, maybe even a 9.95.
Back-to-back 9.925s from Merrill Giles and Reinstadler. I almost don't have to introduce her. We'll let the crowd do it. Here comes Mickey, number 3 in the nation, and 6 wins this year on bars.
A little close on the catch of that release move. She is known to be a powerful gymnast, and you can almost see that in her rhythm, even on the uneven bars. Fast to the handstands. High flying skills and dismount combination way above the bar.
She had a 9.95 against UCLA last year. This has got to be 9.95.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of deductions to date. The release move is probably the biggest one. Missed the major release. She caught with her arms bent, but then recovered well with a nice transition. Snapping those legs together on her handstands, and then watch the high flying. This dismount way above the bar. Opens it up so she can hold on to that landing.
Utah had talked about keeping Alexia Birch in reserve, that if they went 5 for 5, they wouldn't use her. So we'll see if Utah's going to extend its rotation. Meantime, Natalie Boychuk. Boychuk had a 9.825 in bars in the first rotation. Vault number 2 in the country.
Last week she got a perfect 10, and you can see how. That vault is beautiful. Nice, clean position in the air. Great technique. Did not quite get the landing today. Little leg separation off of the table. Good power, so she actually hops forward on that landing, but very impressive performances for this freshman.
Natalie's won vault 5 times this year, and 5 times she's got 9.9 plus. This will be right about that level. Big hop on the landing, gonna knock it down just a bit. Michigan ranked number 9. They're 13-2 overall. They ran the table in conference 9-0. They're done with their regular season. And of course, just like Utah, they have their conference championship coming up that same weekend. Pac-12s will be here in Salt Lake City, but not in the Huntsman Center. March 23rd at the Maverick Center in West Valley City. It's just about 7 miles from the Huntsman Center, so we still expect a lot of rain. Utah is indeed going to scratch Alexia Birch, who is in the lineup but has not been on bars this year. She was a safety valve because of Hunter Gittle's illness. They didn't need her. They went 5 for 5, and Utah will stand pat. Next up, you can see McKenna Merrill-Giles get ready for the balance beam while Michigan moves to the floor.
I think this is rotation 3.
Saturday, men's basketball.
On the bars where they just put up a 49-4-5. It's the meet of the week. Pac-12 Network presented by Elvis Bank.
Okay,
alongside Olympic gold medalist,
98-5-2
captain of the
for
Magnificent
Michigan,
Seven.
98-9-5 for
96,
Utah.
Amanda. Can you do the
Utah's got
math?
it.
Sorry. Utah has extended its lead. Now we're 98-9-5-0 to 98-5-2-5, and they did it on the bars where they just put up a 49-4-5-0. Both teams better than their average and just below season best.
Utah is on
the
the
back
beat.
end of the lineup for
Michigan's
Utah,
on
and this was
4.
3, 4, and 5, all at the same score, 9-9-2-5. First up, McKenna Merrill-Giles.
Well, this is a great event for Utah. It's about the details, hitting those handstands. They always have the high-flying releases in good form, but the scores matched up because they put it all together in these routines, including landing the dismounts. They talked about saving the tents on every landing.
Hard to stand out when you're between Merrill-Giles and Skinner in the lineup, but Missy Reinsteller found a way to do it.
She has such a beautiful toe point, fast flipping, Jaeger release move, and lots of power on that dismount, full twisting double back. And then Michaela Skinner finishes out. Fast, powerful release moves, quick pace down to the low bar. She swings aggressively in every skill she does, and the dismount way above the high bar gives her plenty of time to open it up. And what she does so well, stick the landing.
Over on the ball, Michigan came in number 6 in the country, and they had a decent rotation going. Natalie Boychuk in the anchor spot, only a 9-8-2-5 on the big hop.
Yeah, they actually had 2 9-9s in that rotation, but they were on layout fulls. This vault, the 10-0 start value, can be risky because of that right there. It's tough to land, and quite often you take a step or a hop.
Yeah, the 2 9-9s, Maddie Mariani and Emma McLean, and both were kind of surprises. In fact, Mariani was a late sub. We've been talking about how good this has been for Utah this year with the 197s in every meet. So that is a school record. Megan Marsden helped build this program as a gymnast, then was an assistant coach, an associate head coach. And she talked about the success and the challenge of building to your best in the biggest meets.
And they just continue week in and week out to try to improve those last little things to make their score pump up just a little bit higher. I think our athletes know the goal at hand, and those scores at this point mean everything to them, and they've worked long and hard, so they keep continuing to chip away at the small deductions that they might be able to take care of.
At the start of our show today, I asked you, Utah's been really good, but they haven't been great. How did they get there? And this is one of the events you talked about. It's the second half of meets. They haven't been excellent on floor, and they've had all kinds of trouble on beam until last week against UCLA.
Yeah, I actually talked to Megan about it. She said, you know what? This week our thoughts have been stay aggressive with a confident approach on the balance beam, and honestly relax a little bit. Let the gymnastics happen. Last week against UCLA, she felt the team was trying too hard to be perfect. This is a strong team. They've got beautiful gymnastics. Just let it happen.
Utah has gone 49 in 36 of 38 rotations. The 2 times in which they failed to reach 49 came on the balance beam. Rocks on the beam, next. But it's true. Red rocks to the beam. Kari Lee, the senior, once again leading off. She leads off with 3 out of 4. Things have changed on the beam for Utah. They struggled in the midseason, and so the 2 co-head coaches now have a division of labor on beam. Megan Marsden had been there all along. Now Tom Barton has added his voice as well. They've done the good cop, bad cop routine. It worked last week. against UCLA, 49-375, season high.
Such a nice, smooth pace to this routine. Such a great way to start the rotation.
Murray has 4 wins this year, and they've all come on balance beats. Watch her arms here.
Takes her leg up, step out. Every gymnast requires the tumbling elements, along with their leaps and jumps, and also to see a variety of skills. Forward moves, sideways. Switch to static forward. Showing great flexibility.
John has changed the lead out as well as the lineup. Murray leads it over. 2 weeks ago, he was at 9.8 and 9.825 in this position.
Just another beautiful routine.
She's amazing. You know, everybody talks about Skinner and Meryl Giles, and for good reason. But what Cardi Lee offers this team is just dependability at a high level. She just brings it every single time. It is money in the bank.
And she's fun to watch.
Yep. 2 juniors at the top of the lineup on floor for Michigan. Now, statistically, it's their weakest event, but they're still ranked 12th in the country. They averaged 49.2, and earlier this year against Iowa went 49.375. If you're going to floor, you want to start off with a little fun, don't you? Lexi Funk.
Opening tumbling pass, double pipe. Oh,
Stay in.
wow.
Stumbles out of it, but
Steps back,
stays
yeah.
in.
Yeah, Lexi's actually been nursing sore legs. You can see they're all taped up. She has more difficult tumbling, but they're going with kind of playing it safe to protect her body. They need her in this lead-off position. Second tumbling pass, front full front leg. She opens the double pipe. So much height, so much power, but then on the landing, when she stepped back, she wasn't able to stay in control. So she'll get at least 1 to 2 tenths on that landing.
Couple steps there. Cardi Lee with a 9-9 lead off on beat. It's funny, right before we started, I was talking to some of the Utah people, and we talked about how good Cardi Lee had been. I said, come on, 9-8s in a row for her. And he said, yeah, we went a little more. And she gave it to him with a 9-9. Lexi Birch.
She had a great performance last week against UCLA. It was 2 spots. Got a 98.75. And right into her win series.
He's such a big moment for her last week. We knew it as much as everybody wearing red in this world. She had fallen 3 weeks in a row on feet. She got a pressure situation. All the focus for this team and their Legion of fans was on the balance beam. And Lexi not only got through it, but had a great performance in the 98.75. When she hit the floor, pumped her fist, and landed in her teammates' arms. Just one of the high points of a really nice evening for the Red Sox.
Yeah, you can see a different swagger up here in her choreography. Really showing off every single finish. When they made the lineup change, one of the things was really kind of setting up the mental tone for Alexia and the sophomores in this lineup. And she may have just beaten that score. That was a beautiful routine.
So this celebration is muted compared to last week, but you already mentioned her attitude on the beam was different as well.
Well,
now she expected it.
Yeah, we talk about that. Beam is all about attitude. It's knowing you're good enough or great enough to put up a solid routine.
9.775 for Lexi Funk. Maddie Osmond is second up for the Wolverines. Osmond on floor, has been consistent. Well, it needs to raise that level. Everyone this year has been between 9.7 and 9.8. Did have a 9.25 against Iowa. That was the best.
Difficult first pass, snapping right up to that lunge on the full in.
And on the floor every meet this year. He's also beaten on vaults and beat in post. But as a junior now, this is her first year of being completely healthy. Comes from Celebration, Florida. At Disney World, she says she wants an internship at Disney World event planning. So if you're out there, look her up.
Combination front to double height. Nice power.
18-time Florida State champion at the club level. All of last year with an injury.
Crochet front 1.5 twist. Nice routine there.
Yeah, good for Maddie. Nice stuff.
Yep, powerful tumbling this combination. Right through to that double pipe. Very quick flip. Great finish. Put her in a nice position. Checks out on that landing.
See Maddie Osmond being lineup as well. Lee and Bergeville 9-9 starts. There's Sydney Solowski, first time today, but she'll also be in the floor. Solowski has only been in the beam, counting that amount, the last 5 meets. Coming off her best, 9.25 against UCLA. This too was a big routine for the Red Rocks last week.
And right there, that is big. 2 weeks ago, she had a balance check on that element. She had to repeat it because it counts as her tumbling element. You have to have 2 acro elements connected. And on those front back connections, it's all about smooth rhythm. Covering it up well. Combination triangle.
Yeah, they're a different team on being there's something a couple of weeks ago at Stanford. They had 2 balls. Everybody was standing apart. There was no energy. There was some doubt. You could just feel their anxiety. But it's all changed here in the last couple of weeks. Maddie Osmond went 9-9 on the floor. Beautiful score. You can tell by her reaction. She was expecting something in that neighborhood. Abby Brenner has been in the floor lineup in 4 of their last 5 and scoring 9.85 in that position. Coming off her best 9.875 in her last 2.
Mentioned how strong this freshman class has been. Abby, one of those athletes. We'll take the double back. Actually, we're talking to a lot of the coaches. They say these freshmen are coming in with the difficulty, really challenging the rest of the team. And I talked to the coaches about floor. They said that's one of the strengths right now is that we thought the difficulties that this team needs. 2.5
You and I talked to Ben Buckley, the Michigan head coach, before the meet, and we mentioned those freshmen. The Fab Four, the Wolverines, Hojek, High School, Mariani, and Abby Brenner have gone 74 out of 77 in routines. That's coming in today, 96%. And all 4 have all-around capabilities. So not only good this year, but a lot to look forward to the next 3 seasons.
Absolutely. It amazes me when they come in as freshmen and they're great competitors because it is a different kind of pressure when you're competing for a team.
Now you're competing for somebody else all of a sudden. She's going to finish the program for Abby Blenner today. She's not included in the team lineup. 9-7-2-5 for Solowski. Self-score there in the middle, so we'll drop that. Adrian Randall like Solowski on the last 2 events for the Red Rocks. 84 hasn't been on beat this year. 9-8-7-5 against UCLA. Also matched that score early in the year at BYU. That's surprisingly good. 2 teams in Utah who loves to beat most, right?
Snapping those arms down for some of the series. Difficult dropping that head back in a big arena can challenge the balance. He is getting those feet down, holding their posture. Rhythm. The judges are only looking for a variety of elements. They're looking for how quick those connections happen. And this is a move everybody waits for. We're twisting swing down.
The rope of it. I told you that last week.
It just takes my breath away every time she does it. Setting up for the distance. Double hold. They wasn't able to stick the landing, but she started the routine with this back handspring layup, step out, snapping it up and dropping those arms down. But this one always gets the crowd full twisting, and some people aren't expecting it because most of the time you land on your feet, but she squeezes her legs to hold on there.
Yeah, and remember last week had a similar issue, even worse.
Yeah, she's a little off center on that, but you notice she squeezes her legs, so her thighs do most of the work on that landing.
9-8-7-5 for Brenner. Good scores for Michigan. Again, they're going to want to drop to 9-7-7-5. So McLean, Boychuk, and Karras need to score. So I'm going to go 9-9 last rotation on ball. McLean's won on floor this year. 9-9-2-5 at the Cancun Classic.
He's opening that round-off double tuck. You see most gymnasts perform round back handspring. She's still able to generate a lot of power, incredible height.
Michigan in a top 5 team. Last year in Ann Arbor, they beat number 4 Alabama. Today they face number 5 Utah. That's come a long way for Michigan this year. They have 48s in 2 of their first 3 rotations this year. None since.
Finishing round on tall height. The nice position in the air, legs glued together, but those landings very impressive. The judges looking when they land the tumbling passes. If they have enough amplitude, they're able to complete the flip, and that chest is all the way up. Very nice.
And then McLean. Parents Steve and Leah both Michigan grads. That's Emily to spend her birthdays in Chrysler Arena. Michigan rent out the floor. She don't have to pay for it anymore. McKenna Merrill Giles to the beat. Top 20 in the country. 8 of her last 9 have been 9-8-2-5.
Well, they're playing a lot of Taylor Swift songs at this meet. They're playing Taylor Swift, You Belong With Me. And earlier they were playing Taylor Swift, Me.
Step out.
Allow yourself to do a little smile. I think she's singing Taylor Swift.
Maybe, but it's a mental technique a lot of athletes extremes because they tell you to stop so many times. Your body almost goes into autopilot. You have to kind of get your brain out of the way. You also may be talking yourself through using vocal tools. That was really helpful. There was a few for the student section and they went wild.
Just needs to finish it on a high note.
Trying to stick it there. Sometimes when you go for the stick too hard, you don't let the gymnastics happen like the coaches were talking about. You miss it. She came up a little bit short there, but this series, beautiful, triple series, 2 back handsprings, lay out step out, snaps her arms up, and a little smile.
33 of her 38 routines this year from McKenna Merrill Giles have been at least 985. That's remarkable. Natalie Wojcik, top 5 in the country in the all-around, but in her first 2 rotations, modest scores of 9825. See if she picks it up here in the second half. She has 5 straight floors of 985 or better.
Strong double pike to start the routine.
And blocking, talking about Natalie Wojcik. She feels like she's a perfectionist. She hangs on coach's routines, wants to get better. So she's intense, but she also has kind of a fun side to her. And as a freshman, she's now learning to relax and enjoy her gymnastics and understand that everybody makes mistakes and sometimes you have to have a short memory.
Yeah, she said she's so coachable, and I think that's something college coaches really look for in an athlete, because if you come to college and you're not looking to improve and get better, you get kind of bored. So she came in excited and ready and back to the gym. When Beth scores her and says, I think I gave you a 9-9, she says, what is that 110 and how can I fix it?
Wojcik was a great club gymnast, grew up in Douglasville, Pennsylvania. She was undefeated in the all-around during high school. High school is 4 years, isn't it?
That flexibility.
Club, state, regional, and national champion.
Well, and she listed another beautiful routine. Form in the air. Her toes are actually pointed at the beginning of that double pike. That is tough to do because quite often you're thinking about the landing. In fact, that's something that really separates her is her form and details.
Giants gets a 985, so back-to-back 985s. They have the 2 9-9s. So they want to drop the 9725, and who better to take care of that than Michaela Skinner. Ranked 12th in the nation on this event, 2 wins, and her last 4 on game have been 985 plus.
Right out of it. She's doing a great job covering it up, kind of with arm movements. Last week I thought one of her best balance routines I've ever seen. For sure she's going to earn a perfect 10 last week on the balance beam. These closes the 995. She's a big dismount.
She's a wonderful athlete, and she's exceptional as a person. That she never seems to get what she is earning, and yet she just keeps coming back and showing you more.
Double tap.
Like that. And she held on to that one.
So branded. She is so impressive. Here's the power. So you can see those soft knees. And I even asked, what do you judges see that I'm not seeing? And they don't get to watch it in slow motion, so I don't know how they can see some of those deductions they're taking. But there is nothing you can take on that dismount.
What
Huge air.
don't they see that you see? It could be the other way around, too. 9-9 for Wojcik. So that's what we expected from Natalie coming in. Karis already has a 9-9 plus. Remember, she had a 9-9-2-5 in the first rotation bars. with 9.875 on Bolt. Crowd reacting again to what they think is a low score for Skinner. Right down to respectful here, Michigan athlete.
Double Arabian. Very nice on that pass with the hard landing. It's all about good position on the takeoff and knowing exactly where you're at in the air. Combination work and going to use that front layout back.
And a little Sinatra.
Fun routine. Lots of personality as she sets up for this final tumble pass. Strong double pike to finish it out. Over weeks has been a great rotation for Michigan. They've already got 2 9.9s.
Libby Karras is great in the all-around as well, up against Skinner and Merrill Giles. So Michigan is hanging tight. They're going to need a big final rotation, and they'll have to close on the balance beam. That's never easy, especially on the road and at the Huntsman Center. Michaela Skinner just at a 9.85, so that's 5 in a row. Attendance today, 14,343. Utah has clinched its 9th all-women's sports attendance title. 14,842 average, 5th best in school history.
I'm Veronica Stone. I'm a journalism major and I graduate in 2020.
Backslide Stone!
I've always wanted to play in the Pac-12. The amount of athletes, great athletes that have come out of the Pac-12, just to hopefully be one of them one day is something that I can only dream of.
Beautiful play from Veronica Stone.
I like to dance all the time, and so we'll have dance parties in the locker room. We do a little dance for my Instagram before games. I didn't think it was gonna be a hit, but a lot of people liked it, so we kept it going. And as long as it doesn't become a distraction on the court while we start, then I think we're gonna continue. I mean, if anyone wants to challenge me, we can have a dance battle, but yeah, no, I'm the best.
4+ years she's battled through injuries, some disappointments, lots and lots of high points. And here's her final floor.
High flying 2.5 twist, and then steps out to that graceful arabesque. Talked about it earlier in the competition. She's got the power, the flexibility, graceful gymnastics. But when I talked to the coaches, I said, it's been 5 years here for Kari. And they said, you know what? She is one of the most positive social people. She's really branched this team out. She has so many friends here at the university. Clean second tumbling pass, currently out front full. And this is the crowd part. Everybody claps along. When she got introduced as a senior, she walked out with her parents. All the parents were crying. I think that's what gets me, but she's also engaged and going to be getting married this summer in Arizona. So a lot to look forward to for this young lady.
Her mom Meja and her dad Sam here as well. And now it sets in and she can let it go.
She started this routine. Look how high this 2.5 twist is, but she stays in perfect control, dancing right out of it. The final tumbling pass, always fun to watch. Another twisting pass, but she leans back on the landing, and that gives her the ability to punch right into that layout step out.
As a freshman back in 2015, she was a 3-time All-American, a 2-time NCAA event finalist. Then she missed all of 2016 with an injury. We weren't sure if she would make it all the way back. She did, and she has been phenomenal. So 5 years and a final hug from Megan Marsden. Last week in the Huntsman Center, but not their last meet. In fact, both these teams have tough meets next week. Utah at number 7, Georgia, and Michigan hosting number 1, Oklahoma. There's Olivia Karas, who was tied for top honors in the all-around with Merrill Giles and Skinner coming into this final rotation.
Solid back handspring layout step out, right to a jump, unique combination.
She's been rolling on beam lately. 5 straight, reached at least 9-8.
Another unique skill, that gainer layout step out, switching legs in the air.
That is a great day by Olivia Karas.
Beautiful routine.
Karas is ranked 12th in the country in the all-around. She has had 3 straight season highs, including a 39.575 to win at the Big 5 meet last week. Great day for her. Her mom will step away from the seniors. Adrian Randall, who's a freshman, but has won twice on floor, coming off a disappointing for her 9.775 against UCLA. But the week before that went 9-9 to win at Stanford.
Difficult first tumbling pass. Full twisting double back. Better job there. Last week she came up a little bit short. Nice detail on that leap pass. Adrian is a strong dancer. She's really making great improvements on her performance. Part of being a collegiate gymnast in the Utah floor lineup is you gotta sell it in your body language, but also in your facials. And she brings the crowd in right there as they all chant. Double pike, chest forward a little bit, but again, much better than last week on those landings.
Adrian Randall.
Last week we talked about it. They had competed in 3 meets within about 10 days,
Right.
and they looked tired on floor. So I'm sure having that week to recover and get back to training has made a big difference for this floor lineup.
A couple of 9.925s now as Karas has posted a big all-around score. So Merrill Giles and Skinner will have to at least go 9.95 to hold off Karas in the all-around. Maddie Mariani, we mentioned before, a gymnast who grew up in Arizona, somebody you've known a long time.
I have. I've gotten to watch her move from that club athlete where she was a standout into her collegiate career. In fact, I ran into her and her parents in the hotel today, and they said she absolutely loves it. And Mom said, you know what, there's nothing you want more for your daughter than to love her college experience. Nice side aerial connected to those jumps.
like all
More
gymnasts,
good music
injuries come into play. Maddie Mariani suffered a pretty serious injury. You were there.
Yeah, you know, she actually tore her Achilles at the very beginning of her senior year in high school, and you know, such a tough thing, but I actually had the chance to tell her, you're going to come back stronger than ever before, and sure enough, here she is. She's been competing already as a freshman on 3 of the events, vault, bars, and beam. Have not put her back in that floor lineup because they have good depth, but she definitely is an all-around contender for this team throughout her college career. Nice save there on her tumbling series.
Amanda, those simple words that you offered Maddie Mariani, her parents really appreciated that and said how much they meant to her coming from you. And so you played a small part in her comeback as well.
Well, it's definitely no fun as an athlete to go through that, but struggle's what makes you strong, so absolutely.
9.85 for Randall. Coming in, Utah needed to go 49.7 on 4 for a 198. That's a big number. But how about this one? To match their season best overall score, they needed a 49.325. That is not only doable, they are ahead of that. Sydney Solosky.
Opening double layout. Wow. That might have been one of the best I've ever seen her do. That second flip really lifted into that landing.
Sid the Kid, ranked 25th. 4 times has gone 9.9. And coming off her season best, 9.925 against UCLA.
This is such a fun routine. It really fits her personality. Beautiful landing.
I looked at Megan Marsden in the background and she was using the old body English that coaches employ.
Combination. Wow. She might have matched that score.
This crowd wants to see a season best.
This first tumbling pass, she's always great, but watch how strong she is off the floor right here. Whipping those arms back, that makes that second flip lift into that landing. Double layout, being in that full extension and rotating 2 flips around is not easy to do. That was beautiful.
Back to the beam and another top 25 athlete. Lexi Funk is ranked 23rd. She has won on beam this year. 6 times has gone 9.8 plus. We saw her go 9.775 earlier on floor. This is her stronger event.
You almost see the chalk flying off of her feet. You see both feet wrapped, mentioned. She's just had some nagging lower leg injuries. Oh! Out of amplitude and really went for a big split on that switch side. I'm not sure if she was supposed to quarter out or not. She was off balance, so that's kind of what happened. Dismounting combination, side aerial layout fall.
Crowd sitting on their hands through that beam routine, waiting for this. The final senior and her final performance. McKenna Merrill Giles has meant so much to these Red Rocks fans. This is their chance to say thank you. has done everything she has been asked in her 4 years. This year, playing the setup for Michaela Skinner. And she has done it all with grace and a smile. These 90 seconds are all hers. That was the pass last week. She got in trouble with a big step back.
Yeah, she
Stepped
had
out of bounds.
good power there. Started to pull those feet through, so she did a big lunge again, but stayed in bounds today. This is one of McKenna's favorite things to do is perform on floor in front of this home crowd. This routine, many moments the crowd follows along to. Combination, much better there too. Last week she missed that final flip. I had talked about because she's an all-rounder, she had done 12 routines within those 3 competitions in 10 days. Her legs look tired, but she has the energy she needs here today.
This is the last rotation because Utah is on the floor. And
Here is a
Michigan's on the
fresh-faced freshman from Pleasant Grove, Utah. 4 years later, she's a legend.
Such a fun routine to watch. Second tumbling past this combination. Last week she stopped it right there, but today she had the speed and the power needed to get all the way through that final tight front.
Utah is well on its way now to a season best total score. They needed anything better than a 9-7 out of Merrill Giles. They got that, and they still have Skinner waiting in the wings. 9-8 for Lexi Funk. Natalie Wojcik for the final time to close out the afternoon for the Wolverines. Wojcik is
I am
number 3 in the
actually a
country
Michigan
on the balance beam.
Wolverines fan,
She has won 7 times.
but I watch
5
any
times
team.
she has gone 9-9-2-5, including 3 straight. Her career average on balance beam is 9-9-1-6. That's on pace for the Michigan season record. And she's a freshman.
She has beautiful leg form, and that stands out on this event. Backhand spring layout, step out, perfect on the landing.
Michigan already has a 197-150. And Wojcik can't improve that. Their low score on this event right now, 9.725. Wojcik goes higher than that. She bumps the score into the mid-197s. Season best last week, 197.750.
This has been a beautiful routine.
She just did it. So their score is going to improve even if they don't win the meet. Their RQS is going to go up. That's their average score. And look at the smile. Well, she's not a senior. As we look at the score for Merrill Giles, 9.925. Great final
I
finish
think
for
Utah's
Merrill
going to
Giles.
win this meet.
Michaela Skinner
9-9.
may not be back next year either. She is talking, and her comments have been strong, about pursuing her Olympic dream for the United States in Tokyo in 2020.
Michaela is an incredible performer. Most difficult tumbling pass you will see in college gymnastics. Double, double. Unbelievable control on the landing.
And I think if Skinner gets a 10 on floor, they hit 198. They already have their season best.
Combination pass, big air. She's got to be clean on the landing. Why do you tell me that in the middle of the routine? I almost can't speak. My heart's racing all the time for these athletes.
She probably
I hate you
won't
half
get
the
a
time.
10 on the floor.
I want everybody to have
That's
a great
something
competition.
very
It's the
rare
only
in
fun I get.
gymnastics. But she'll probably get like a 9.9 something.
They already have a 197.850 by far their season best.
She's a difficult last pass, a full in.
The only 10 she's ever had has come on floor 2 years ago. That's going to be a big number.
Oh look, some people in the crowd want a 10.
I am on my feet. I'm looking for the judges' scores. Last week we watched her on Beeman's floor do what I thought was just about perfect routines. She's been close. 995s, a few 9975s.
Does she have it? Well, one judge, I think, gave her a 10. That was the roar you heard. And now the boos are mixed in, which means the second judge did not. Has it happened again?
The second judge gave the 995.
9975 for Michaela Skinner. Well, that close. And so perfection again eludes one of the best gymnasts in the country. Michaela Skinner, 9975.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared.
Oh, the Red Rocks put up a season best.
197.35
Last year was purging the past on balance beam.
197.97.
And this is showing how good they can be. They blow out their season best, 197.65.
Yeah, it was a
and look
close
at that
meet.
floor rotation, 49.675. That, by far, a season high. So they were season high on 2 events, 2 weeks in a row. And the Red Rocks are back. Let's look at our State Farm, here to help life go right highlight. Because to this senior day, all along we were going to do McKenna Merrill Giles, and certainly she deserved it. On the vault, 995. Bars, 9925. Beam, 985. And closes it out on the floor in her final performance at the Huntsman Center with a 9925. Well, there are 4 seniors saying goodbye today. And the 2 house favorites, Kari Lee and McKenna Merrill Giles, are with Amanda Borden.
2 of my favorites. What an
Amanda
emotional day.
Borden used to
What
do
was going through your mind out there?
Oh, I mean,
She used
it's
to
so
compete
hard
at
to
USA
stay in the moment because, you know, Michigan is a hard opponent, so we needed to be on our A game, but it's fun to soak it all in towards the end.
Well, you guys walked out with your parents, and you were crying. I was crying. How do you block that out?
Oh, it's hard. Luckily, we started on vault because you just have to run fast. If we started on beam, I would have been a mess.
Well, I was a mess, and I was concerned people were thinking I was crying at the top of the competition. But for you guys, what have you loved most about being a Utah Red Rock?
Oh, definitely the fans and the team atmosphere and the chemistry we have. But for sure the fans, because they welcome you with open arms and then keep cheering you on till life after gymnastics too. So the fans for sure.
Well, I know for Jim and me, one of the favorite things for us has just been watching you guys. And today, there was lots of emotion in that final rotation, tears, but then a whole lot of 9925s. How proud are you of that floor lineup?
Oh, so proud, because I know what this team is capable of, and to kind of pull it all together on senior night is the cherry on top of the cake. But I mean, I'm so proud of this team.
Definitely a fun way to finish here in this arena, but the season's not over, and you guys still have Georgia next, and of course the postseason. Every meet we've seen you, it's about getting better. What's next?
I mean, like you said, just keep getting better every meet. Keep working on those landings on every event, especially on floor too. You know, there's still landings on floor that you have to work out, but yeah, handstands, and just keep getting better every meet.
Good luck to you guys. It was fun to watch.
Thank you. Thank you, Amanda.
Excellent work. Can we say goodbye to Kari Lee and McKenna Merrill Giles? And among the other seniors, we're also going to say goodbye to Liz Abel, the sports information director here at the University of Utah. She works in every sport, but she dominates gymnastics. I've been working in this business for 25 years.
For more full gymnastics meets, hit the big red button and subscribe. Peace out, YouTube.